Welcome everyone to this update. I made already multiple videos, maybe 3 or so, about the App Store situation, as we have 4 Mac apps in the App Store: ExactScan Pro, OCRKit and Recompress. And while we have been in the App Store from the first day, actually on the first day it worked okay-ish, but in the meantime we have the problem. Let me just see if we can change the white balance. Oh, we can. And in the meantime we have the problem since last year that our updates often disappear. I made 2 videos about this, I guess. And we also have a new problem that I also mentioned in these videos, that our app is claimed by their review geniuses that we would contact access the contacts, the user's contacts, which they, without a clear indication why, which we actually don't do. And I wanted to provide a sophisticated update here with all the details, bells and whistles, because the situation is so hilarious and comical. It's not sad anymore, it hurts. And you can also watch the other 2 videos. Why do I do this video? I do this video also because otherwise nobody would believe me that it is so bad. If I just say this, the Apple fans will just say I make this up, or I'm a Linux fanboy, or whatsoever, and so on, yada yada. And let's move here some stats somewhere where I might be able to see it a little bit. And where is my other stats? So I made the first failed live stream attempt earlier of this today, where the TG3 failed, Ethernet here in the Mac Mini. So sorry for restreaming, and I hope this time we don't have any interruptions. Also, due to the previous video, let me show the situation in the App Store Connect here, in the iTunes Connect first, because in my opinion this already shows here the most hilarious things, and then I will, however, like on the earlier live stream, go over even all the support emails to properly document this. Also, I need to stream this here now, because if I now approve here the application, because now after 2 months it was accepted, although we have, funnily enough, we have not uploaded this ourselves, because again right now we can't upload apps into the App Store, they just disappear. You see a binary rejected. And so this build, I also need to stream this now, or record or stream this now, because if I click here on developer release, all this history will disappear and I will not be able to show you this hilarious thing. So again, the actual real big problem that Apple still hasn't solved, that when we send something to the App Store with Xcode or Application Loader, these builds just disappear. We can't select them here, so we need to be able to select them here in this web management interfacing for Apple to review them. So I try to be as efficient as possible, but this will be quite long. You can give it a thumbs up and share, like and subscribe anyway, even if you don't watch it to the bitter end of all this sweet or not so sweet support emails. So this here was a review some days ago, 16th. You see, even this here took a couple of days. And this is the usual thing that in the meantime often happen, and I had comments on YouTube that say it happened to them also. We noticed that your app requests the user's consent to access their contacts, but do not clarify the use of this feature in the application propose string. So the funny thing is, if we would make there a message like for your software subscription or some bullshit, probably Apple would not even care, I guess. But the irony is we don't even do this. I showed this already in the previous video. Here's how this looks. They claim, and I have never seen this. So we have no code, we are not doing this. And so I don't even know where it's coming from. And we also don't access the context for anything. And as per the previous video, someone commented that if we access any other file, like random file something in the user's home directory due to the sandboxing, it would cause this warning. And the only thing we have done was trying to iterate over the crash logs to potentially send it to them, because if we don't send it to us, if it only goes to Apple with the built-in macOS systems, then we usually, well, in the meantime, we see some crash reports. So initially, 5 years ago, we would never see them. In the meantime, you get some statistic here in my app something, but nonetheless, from our own non-App Store version, we have this. So I commented this out, this crash reporter stuff, and previously in January or something, or February, it was eventually accepted. So I thought maybe this helped this, but this build has the crash reporter in user preferences, crash log, something disabled, so it cannot be this anymore. And I even used OpenSnoop, which is similar to strace or Solaris dtrace, and with OpenSnoop dtrace on macOS, I even made sure that we indeed do not access any stray random files. So I have seriously, honestly, zero idea where this is coming from. So then, so next step, resolve this issue. Please revise the post string application for plist specifier for the application of breaks things access to the user's contact, which we don't, blah, blah, blah. So I commented, could you please let us know how you managed to cause this, as we have no code to access a contact. Anyway, sometimes with typos, right, because it gets on my nerves, just detraced, OpenSnooped the Xcode startup, and there are no stray preference file accesses, thanks me. And then from Apple, thanks for your feedback. The dialog is brought up on launch. The dialog will not be brought up if the app has already been installed once in the past, since it's registered in system, preferences, security, privacy, contacts, and they always attach the same screenshot. I have no idea why. This is super annoying. You think there's something new and open this and you always get the same bloody screenshot. Meanwhile, it is reoccurring, is a recurring issue in the Apple's review. We have not once seen this in our testing, nor is ExactScan listed in our, right, because they say it's listed in the ExactScan in the system preferences, and it's not. So on my system, on all our Office systems and of everyone here, it's at nobody listed in preferences, security, privacy, contact. So so much to their theory that it would not show this then again. We only once, we can only suspend, or typo suspect, probably autocorrection of macOS, because why not? There is something different in the environment Apple is using to review apps. And then from Apple, as I mentioned, this dialog is not going to be displayed on a machine that has the app has been installed once in a past, but whatever, I also make typos. We suggest you try on Mojave OS that the app never got installed. I mean, thank you very much for telling us we need to reinstall a whole Mac. Have you already turned it off and on again or reinstalled it? So amazing support. Again, always here's the same bloody screenshot, because seeing it 10 times apparently helps for something or some whatever. And I even tested this. You've seen my old vintage Macs and whatsoever. I used a new user, and I recently also, some months ago, I not once ever has anyone seen this. And again, we don't even have code for this, and OpenSnoop is also not indicating something. All right, I tried on Mojave. Also, we have no code to access the contacts. And I checked with OpenSnoop that no unexpected file is accidentally accessed. It is not possible, is it not possible for Apple to provide more details? E.g., could you, for a start, in the moment the dialog appears, open activity app, info on ExactScan app, and send us a sample of the call stack to get an idea how this can even happen? And then they write, should you require more assistance with resolving this issue, Apple Developer Technical Support is available to provide direct one-to-one support for direct code level questions. Please be sure to include any crash log screenshots and steps to reproduce this issue in your request. Apple Technical Support, which by the way you need to pay for. We have 2 free per year of this subscription. And we actually never use them. Usually they're just inspired by, because why should we with this kind of support ask Apple? I once recently, the only one time in 10 years I've asked Apple is this year with dark mode, with the HTML file for the credits of the about dialog, which has a white background even in dark mode. It's a system level bug in my opinion, with the WebKit HTML rendering there. And they closed this. They said, yeah, it's a real bug. We should file a bug report. They refunded us this one not used technical incident, which didn't really help. So I've now, instead of they process this with this 2 per year or you pay extra technical incident stuff, I still would now need to sit and open a bloody bug report. So thank you very much for this amazing technical support. Then here's a new screenshot. I already became amazed, like, hey, finally a new screenshot, because screenshots, and what the heck is that? That is not even from our app. We don't have a start free trial. We don't have 3 days trial. So they touched a screenshot of another app because this is not our app. So yeah, amazing support, Apple. And yeah, it's the same screenshot as always, because you always, or maybe the system always attaches it automatically. I have no. So then I write, I do not understand screenshot, blah, blah, blah. We do not have such a start free trial, restore license dialog in our software. Thank you for your feedback. That's feedback. This screenshot was attached by technical error. Please ignore. Yeah, but this is still not solved, right? So, okay, fine, but you sent the screenshot already. You sent the screenshot already. As I wrote, it would be helpful to get a sample of the exact scan process from activity app. I meant this screenshot, right? Because they always attach or something the same screenshot. Totally annoying. Process from activity app. At the time the message appears for us to find out, because they write their code level support, right? How should I engage even their code level support if I even don't understand why it appears there? I can't. Should I open a technical support like, hey, your App Store people tell me there's a dialog which doesn't happen on our side. I can't reproduce it. I don't. How should I ask a code level question if I don't have a code level question? It's ridiculous. So for us to find out which code or library, and could also be some Apple library, right? Or a third-party scanner library, I don't know. This originates. Again, it does not happen on our side at all, ever. Thank you for your feedback. App Store review cannot provide that information. Should you require more assistance? By the way, do you realize a repeating pattern here? They can basically help never. They always write the same template and attach the same screenshot and always send you to the 2 per year or otherwise pay for technical support, which I don't need because I don't have a technical issue, only a review issue of making here some bullshit up. But okay. Discrete code level questions, well, code level, right? When even I don't know in which code it is, but please be sure to include any crash logs. I mean, by the way, there is not, you see that it's a pure fucking template, because do they ever write crash log? No, they say contacts. So you see, they only paste here a template of please include any crash log screenshots. By the way, always a screenshot, right? I mean, they have their screenshot issue to reproduce the issue in your request technical support. So you see, this is a pure, so much to you. You ask a big company, the most valuable company, something, and you only get bullshit templates and no help. And this is the App Store notarization and review process. And okay, all right, why can App Store review not provide that information? Click on the activity monitor button, make a fucking screenshot. Can't be that difficult. After all, you are claiming the appearance of the permission access dialog that we do not only did not only program, but also does not appear on our side. Apple is not really helpful here. If the Apple somehow I was in Canada, I was jet lagged for my excuse. Intends to be a primary way to distribute apps, the review feedback needs to be more precise than a screenshot. Also, this is not a code level question. I cannot engage your technical support colleagues with something not even occurring on our side. I do not even know what kind of code is causing this at all. Their answer. Hello, thank you for your reply. App Store review is not allowed to provide technical information, including console logs and other data to developers. Like, thank you very much. So if you have a more serious other difficult issue, they would not provide you any technical information at all. Anyway, thank you very much. We understand your frustration. Hey, after 2 months, they understand my frustration, but there will be more emails, so stay tuned for even more emails. We understand your frustration. Since the issue is not critical, so the issue is not critical, but they always block the review with a non-critical issue. So we will give one-time exception for this update. Please make sure that the issue has been resolved prior to submitting a next update. To provide the most efficient response, should you require, by the way, there is after comma capital, but whatever, should you require more assistance with resolving this issue, Apple Technical Developer Support is available to provide direct one-to-one. Again, I don't know which code this is causing it. It's not even occurring on my side. Please be sure to include any crash log screenshots. Hey, screenshots, yay, and crash logs, that's not crashing. And so on. And again, this amazing screenshot. So after this, they really proved this after now 2 months of a fight. The only problem is it's only one of our apps, so we will have the same issue for all our other apps. And Apple has still not solved with us how this is occurring, where it is occurring, and if they would have provided a screenshot of the activity sample with a call stack there, maybe I would in the meantime know where it is coming from. But so we together in 2 months have solved nothing. They only wasted our time, and we still can't solve this. And the bigger problem, which I will now go over, which I started to show already in the previous video where TG3 failed. Now I will show you all the dedicated emails here that I compiled specifically for this YouTube video. So those are original Apple support emails for this case to outline you in even more detail how hilarious the Apple support is. And again, this is Apple App Store review of people, of geniuses who should actually know a little bit more than nothing. And you will see the same recurring pattern. And I make this video to call out the App Store bullshit, the Apple bullshit, and the ignorance of Apple and the double morale of Apple claiming to be the best company in the world and user-friendly and amazing and whatnot, yet being totally unable even over years. So again, this issue is not new. We have this issue that we can't reliably upload. Simply upload, I mean, seriously upload apps to the App Store since last year. It started a little bit last year, and then it became worse and worse. So usually we upload something 20 times, and maybe the 20th time it finally works. The issue is we upload this that you need to do with either Xcode or application loader. And then it is in this web view here in the iTunes Connect App Store management thing. And the issue is we upload this. The upload says, okay, uploaded without error, and then it disappears because it processes there for, I don't know, virus scan or API scan, and then the review and Apple notarization. So it is automatically scanned for issues like if there is a 32-bit binary, it's rejected because they don't. So I mean, they only intentionally, right? I mean, it's their choice. So, but let's go over the videos to show you, to document here properly once and for all what quality of support you can expect from Apple. And you see, this is not, I didn't make this up, this is already the ongoing issue of this time is already since February. I made this video already. I even, if you're interested in the details, recorded a whole support call, and hilarious, can you send us more screenshots? I mean, screenshots of uploads disappearing, but amazing. So, and to open the report, you need to, well, of course you can write Apple an email, but then you can totally forget the support. So if you want to have some support, which you see is amazing, then you already open the issue here in this iTunes Connect with contact us with an issue, and you need to fill in the application name and the application ID that Apple gives you, this random number, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And I say this because look at this. The first reply, I opened this case probably in around 28th of February. So much, how long is this ongoing? Yes, so long. Hello René, it's Jeff, again, from Apple Developer Program Support. I hope you are keeping well. But I am following up with you regarding the issue you have encountered. To help us find the source of the issue, please provide additional below listed information. Steps to reproduce the issue, full window, screenshot or video illustrating the issue, username of each user experiencing the issue, web browser that you were able to reproduce the issue in, web browser version number, Xcode version number, app version that experiences the issue, build number, build upload date. I mean, first of all, Apple should have this in their log, right? They run a web cloud service thing. They should have some log. And also, a screenshot, right? And the screenshot will be reoccurring. So you will always in each email see screenshot. We want a screenshot. And a screenshot, my issue is it's disappearing. So the screenshot, first of all, my issue is with Xcode or application loader. And they want a screenshot of it disappearing. So they want a screenshot of this iTunes Connect being empty, not showing the build. So yeah, that is their support. And also app name here, app version. Yeah, I gave you this right when I opened this support case. And yeah, let's see. I probably replied, say hello, I gave you everything already. Their answer: thank you for your prompt response and the information provided. I do apologize for requesting the information again. I must have missed your email with the details you have provided. I mean, email, right? I didn't send an email. I opened this here and gave all the, calling it email when I open an issue in their issue system, but yeah. I have now forwarded the additional information to our internal team for review here in 28th of February, and it's still not working. So yeah, what was next? It's Jeff Genius again from Apple Developers Program Support. As promised, I have forwarded your case to our engineering team in the ticket number blah 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 investigating further. I will follow up with you when I have an update or more information to provide. In the meantime, you can explore resource and help on iTunes Connect to get answers to frequently asked questions. Yeah, it's not in frequently asked questions, right? It's not like some dummy, which button do I need to click to upload to the App Store? It's disappearing. So yeah, amazing support. Dear René, thank you once again for your prompt response. To answer your first question, I would like to, would typo, but fair enough, I also make typos, like to mention that I'm not an IT expert like yourself. We mostly provide administrative support to developers. However, we do our best to assist developers with any issue they may have, or refer them to the correct department, and they're never coming back to you. I am pleased to know that your app version 18.2.28 was uploaded successfully, which by the way probably was, wait a second, was this already 18? Wait a second. This was from last year. Anyway, you see, reoccurring. And I'm pleased to know, check the status of the build, it's still in processing. In regarding to the video you wish to submit, I'm not really sure if I wanted to submit a video, but maybe I threatened them to make a YouTube video about this already a year ago, but whatever. Actually, property, ideas, what? However, before you do so, then you review the below information, as mentioned previously, in case you're reviewing one, internal teams, I don't know, whatever. Thank you for your email. I hope you had a lovely weekend. Yeah, lovely weekend with our builds disappearing, right? I have checked our system and I have noticed that your latest version could not be uploaded due to the issue that we are currently investigating. As mentioned previously, I will contact you once our internal team updates me with the issue status. Thank you for your email. I understand you were able to resolve the issue by submitting a new update. Yeah, so you see sometimes it works, like it's not an issue on our side. Our Xcode and application loader uploads it, it disappears 90% of the time, right? So sometimes it works. I am pleased to hear you found the way to resolve the issue here. Found the way like uploading 100 times. The reason why I did not respond to you is because I still have not heard anything from our internal teams. I appreciate you sending the update on your actions and I'm happy that you are able to proceed with the app development. Since the issue is still being investigated, I will follow up with you once I have an update. It's Genius from Apple Developer Support. I hope you are keeping well. I would like to follow up with you on the issue you have encountered with uploading your app. I have received a response from our internal team regarding what happened during the upload process. It appears that your i386 slice is malformed. If you wish to understand why it is malformed, please run the following: o2o arch i386 exec-scan blah blah blah. If you wish to investigate how malformed binaries is generated, please file a bug report with test case that our team can reproduce. Actually, by the way, I'm not really sure that our program had a 386 slice. I thought they were not supported for a long time, but whatever. I hope you found this above information useful. Please let me know if you have any questions on require further assistance. I am happy to help. Then I replied, by the way, a little bit annoying that the replies never have the reply, so I did not copy all of them there. Usually I replied, hello, this was not helpful, blah, blah, blah. So next answer, thank you for your email and the follow feedback provided. I understand that the answer given by my colleague might not have been very clear. However, they have done the investigation and that is what the answer they have provided. In regards to the notification during the upload process, I suggest, because I said there always needs to be a notification, because the problem is we don't even get a notification email. Usually in the past, you got an email like invalid binary, code signing, yada, 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 which we do not get for these cases. Also, I suggested that the status should always be shown in this web management interface, which I, by the way, find pretty much to be expected from a cloud web service in this day and age, and not emails that get lost or may not get sent. I'd suggest to check the spam section of your email. By the way, their English is a little bit stranger even than my English here. During the upload, if something goes wrong, the system sends an email with notification here, unless it doesn't, like here. With that said, I have forwarded the feedback you have provided to the relevant department. Thank you for taking the time to provide the valuable feedback to us. And then maybe with here now you see with some more of my replies. Thank you for your email that you see how I usually responded to this. Thank you for your dear Jevginjis. Thank you for your email. I understand you try to do your best given the surrounding Apple infrastructure you need to work in. However, like many other Apple, typo from my side, because we are getting very frustrated and dissatisfied with the state of macOS, iOS, the App Store, and general #peak bugs. You can also be sure the first thing we do when we miss a status update from Apple is checking our spam folder. I did so again, and I could not find any message. In any case, it might be a simple fix and improvement to list all received builds with their status in the web view of the App Store for developers to see, investigate, and diagnose, instead of relying on email for invalid or defect builds that may or may not get lost. Thanks God, we ported our main software to Windows 3 years ago, so we do not have to rely on this fragile future. Smearing it a little bit under the nose that everything sucks. Their response. Dear René, thank you for your response. Once again, I appreciate the feedback you have provided, and I have forwarded it to the appropriate team. Hey, they always forward it to some team, and it disappears like our bills. Yay! I understand that there are things that can be improved in the process, and I hope your feedback will make the process better. Thank you for your understanding, and I hope you have a great day. Yeah, not really, but let's see. Hello, Jeff Genius. The issue is persistent. We cannot reliably upload apps to iTunes Connect. The O-tool command also does not show us anything helpful. We also do not get any email addresses, probably I meant email, I don't know, whatever I meant there. Apple really urgently needs to fix this upload process to generate an email response or web UI status, in any case for developers to see what is going on and what kind, typo, of error, invalid binary, whatever is happening, able to address it. Good afternoon, thank you for your email. I hope you're keeping well. Yeah, I'm not keeping well, but I understand you continue to experience the same difficulties uploading new builds for your app. I have checked our system and I've noticed that the latest upload of your build was successful. Of course, it does not mean that the issue is gone. As mentioned previously, René, I did forward the feedback you have provided to the appropriate team. Unfortunately, I'm unable to tell you if and when the changes might take place to improve the process, because our department mainly assists developers with account administration. In App Store review and I've sent your update feedback to our internal team, and I hope that the necessary changes will be made to assist you with upload issues. Thank you very much for taking the time to provide your feedback. We appreciate your willingness to make the process better. Hello, Jeff Genius. Thank you for your reply. I hope you're keeping well too, right? We cannot find any systematic system which uploads disappear on your server, for which we get no message notification at all. Using the same Xcode, macOS, Safari application loader, we can upload some apps, e.g. Recompress and OCRKit, while our uploads for Xact can currently disappear. Given how much Apple has directly earned from our app sales in the past, it is really unacceptable that we have to deal with this time-wasting reliability issues, which certainly also reduces our sales when we cannot reliably upload updates for our valued users. By the way, this is also a valid point, right? Of course, our apps looks more shitty if the people don't get regular updates. They think we don't update it. They think they don't care, and so on. So if, by the way, if I would have had more time and money, I would actually consider suing Apple for this bullshit. But you know, we are humble Germans that sit here and just unsuccessfully YouTube stream. So let's see. Hello, Jills. By the way, was this someone new, or I don't know? Is it maybe we are 1 year further? I don't know. Why is it not Jill? Maybe I missed an email. Anyway, probably they switched to Jills. Nice to hear from you. I trust you are doing well. O'Toole shows me complex information without any error messages. What exactly is wrong with it? Because, you know, they wrote with O'Toole. With O'Toole, by the way, is some object dump tool like for macOS, so it just outputs all the information like x86, symbol, hash, version, entry points, whatever. Because they only run O'Toole, right? Not what is wrong with it. Which, by the way, I would expect that they write this and this and this is wrong with it. Not like run O'Toole and it just gives you information. Nothing is wrong with it. What we can also not understand is why we could submit a new build of OCR-Kit, OCR-Kit build, but not an ExactScan or ExactScan Pro build. OCR-Kit and ExactScan are exactly the same program, only some Objective-C scanner access functions are disabled in OCR-Kit. I mean, obviously, right, we don't write, it's obviously OCR-Kit, for you who didn't know, is ExactScan without the scan function, right? It's also cheaper, hey. So there you see, we have one Xcode, we have one project, we built this, it's exactly the same source, exactly the same setup, one upload works, one upload doesn't, randomly, obviously. Also, when we report the error initially, like many months ago, right, we could not submit a new ExactScan build a week or two later. Without an error message, what exactly is wrong? We have no way to understand why we sometimes cannot upload a build and other times not. We do not have a reduced test case. Currently, we only know that sometimes we can upload a build and other times not. It would help greatly if your developer team could make to sure what you see when I'm getting irritated. I sometimes write a word too much. Make sure to always generate a status email, also email, Apple keyboard, especially for invalid binaries. And then, yeah, I'm fine, thanks for asking. I'm sorry, the receive from our technical team did not help you. Understand the source of the issue. I have contacted your team agent. Soon as blah, 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 I would like to, you see, it's always the same thing. What do I respond? Good to hear you are doing well. This is not an email receiving problem. Yeah, they write, because they write here, spam, blah, 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 blah. Trusted contact, they're able to add the address email. The address email? I provided you to a trusted contact, which, by the way, we don't get a fucking email. I checked the email server log. There is no email. And also, if I add trusted email, then the spammers send as iTunes support, right? Our advanced email system stores all email classified as spam in a spam folder anyways. There is no email from Apple in the spam folder. Also, the iTunes Connect app is not showing any notification. When I intentionally upload an invalid binary of our recompress for a test, I got a notification in the iTunes Connect app as well as an email. I intentionally uploaded a defect binary just for a test. So much I diagnosed already the issue. For the disappearing ExactScan update, I get neither no iTunes Connect app notification nor an email. Thank you very much. Thank you, Renee, for the detailed reply. My name is Francisca. I got a new contact. I got escalated. I am delighted to assist you today, Renee. I have further researched your issue. You have been notified that you should follow up as following, please. Try to use Xcode 9.4 Beta 2. It might be possibly that the beta version will allow you to process as normal with the upload. By the way, do they even, I think they don't really support submitting with beta versions, but whatever. Please submit a bug report request to our engineers. It might help you to solve the issue fully. I mean, why do I write to the support if I should go to some radar thing, bug report thing, and spend even more of my time? Thank you for your email. The last decade we spent too much time doing quality assurance for beta software. As per our company policy, we cannot use beta releases in production. We would appreciate if your server-side bugs could eventually be fixed. I mean, I'm really not willing to spend even more time with beta versions and trying to reinstall it again when it clearly is randomly disappearing on the servers. Next email. Hello René, thank you for your detailed reply. It's me, Franziska again, and I'm happy to assist you further. Yeah, amazing assistant, thank you very much. René, I can fully understand that you would like to have a solution for the issue as swiftly as possible. Yeah, probably like a year ago. Therefore, please submit a bug reporter. Bug reporter, yes, a bug reporter. René, furthermore, you will receive an email shortly which you can use to provide our team with feedback. I hope you have been, this has been helpful here. This has been super helpful, totally amazing. Hello. We already spent significant amounts of time on this issue. It is really uncomfortable that we need to spend now even more time writing all the story again into a bug report. A job I would expect the Apple support team to do based on their support inquiries. Also, this is a core business relevant issue for us. We need support and a solution and not fill another bug report that nobody cares about. And we may not get an update for months or years to come. Also, you earlier proposed a beta Xcode version, which I understand Apple's hope that makes the bug disappear, spending even more time messing with beta builds without a guarantee of success. An unknown feature of this bug situation is not really something someone can base their business upon. Apple enforces AppStore on iOS and quite so on Mac and takes good commissions doing so. Then things also need to work and not break and fail randomly. I think I'm getting a little bit disappointed there, right? Which, by the way, is already August, right? And September of last year. Hello. As I wrote, René, furthermore, you will receive an email shortly, right? I did not yet receive an email link to the correct department, at least not that I could find in my inbox or spam folder. Best regards, because it was already a day later or so. Dear Franziska, we are really disappointed in the way Apple developer support handles this issue. There clearly is some kind of issue regarding to processing binary uploads that again Apple forces us to use. At the very least, developers can expect a status notification email for each binary upload, especially if it is thrown away due to whatever invalid binary reason. This really cannot be that difficult to implement reliably. Yet we have not any substantial answer nor about efforts about investigating or fixing this issue, only moving us away from the official developer support into yet another bug reporting proxy. Like many other developers, we become increasingly dissatisfied and frustrated of Apple's development and support. We would have expected this kind of handling from, we would have, we would have expected this kind of handling from other companies like Microsoft, right? But apparently Apple's superiority is nothing more than a marketing facade. Then probably there was not much after this email. Since then we are randomly uploading until this month again, when again I made this video, it didn't work again. And this is what you get now when you open a bug report. Thanks for contacting us. Please do not reply to automated email responses. Your request has been received and is being reviewed by our support staff. Please do not note that all requests are processed in their order. They are received while we cannot respond to every app submission inquiry. If we encounter any issues or need additional information, we will contact you. If you want to check the status of your application, visit AppStore Connect, unless it disappears, obviously. For answers for more frequent asked questions, please read the information below or visit our FAQ. And yada yada yada, amazing support, you name it. And then let's see, opened a new request there. Hello René, thank you for your request and interest in the Apple Developer Program. My name is Mary and I'm delighted to assist you today. I'm writing in your regards regarding the issue of your app ID blah blah blah. I'm reviewing your latest build delivery. We found an unexpected error in its processing. Detailed about the error should have been sent to you shortly after the delivery of the automatic email. Does not, disappears, doesn't send an email. Maybe it has some quoting, maybe it's thrown away in your email system. I don't know what's happening. Check your inbox and spam folder. Yeah, because it's our fault, right, that you don't send an email. But if you are not able to locate the email, please add iTunes Connect at apple.com as your valid email contact and attempt to redeliver the build with a higher build number. This typically resolves the issue, except when it doesn't, right? If you do not receive the email detailing the error within 24 hours, and by the way, always the same bloody fucking email template, right? App name, app ID, but by the way, I've again filled them with opening the issue, and you name it. My reply, thank you for your email. Unfortunately, we did not receive any email as per usual, as per last year, as ongoing issue here. Thank you very much. Can you send us a copy? And by the way, why did they not send us a copy, right? Each normal support person would copy and paste their email from the system that allegedly they have there that I never see. Can you send us a copy to understand what unexpected error is occurring? Then, hello Renee, thank you for your interest, blah, blah, blah. Oh, right, I didn't hear probably something back. We submitted a new build which also disappeared without an email notification about the unexpected error situation. A sophisticated response would be highly appreciated at your earliest convenience. Their response, dear Renee, this is Apfia, also from Apple's developer program support. Thank you for contacting us today. Yeah, like every other day in the meantime. Well done. Very sorry to hear you are experiencing an issue when uploading your build. We are committed to help and resolve the issue here, since like last year, right? And therefore need your assistance in this. Could you please send us a full window screenshot of your AppStore Connect page when the issue is occurring? Yeah, like an empty list where you can't select something, right? I will come back to you as soon as I have more info or end resolution. Also, could you please confirm your phone number? You are reachable. Thank you. Your reference case number is something. And by the way, the phone number, right? Because they would ever call us, they have not called us. My response. Thank you so much for your support in taking care of this issue, because still have not giving up hope that someone eventually takes care of this issue. Please find attached the full window screenshot, which you see is amazing, right? Amazing screenshot. It only shows some old builds that I'm not even sure if that should be listed there, maybe even from the previous update. We are reachable by phone with +4930 and so on, yada yada yada. Thank you so much. Dear Renee, thank you for your call today. Alright, I called them. I recorded this on YouTube. You can watch this video. This call was hilarious. You will definitely probably want to go watch that as well. Thank you. Also for the screenshot you've provided. Yes, because it's an amazing quality, high quality screenshot. Retina resolution, only the best high def. I'm coming back to you after speaking with my senior advisor, who is sending me back to you to request more information. And I'm truly sorry, as our internal department needs more information than I ask. Although I tried to get as much I could during the call. You can watch the call. Please try and provide as much as you can to help us help you. To better assist you, we need more information. Please provide the following steps to reproduce this issue. Here, send and upload. Watch it disappear. Approximate date and time the error occurred, including time zone. Which, by the way, amazing thought. Full window screenshot or video illustrating the issue, like I have just sent previously. Username of each user experiencing the issue here, like all of us. Web browser that you were able to reproduce the issue in. Web browser version number. Yeah, because it's a web browser issue when the build disappears when I send it with Xcode or application loader, right? Xcode version number, build process and import errors, content name, content Apple ID, which by the way, I provided them already, right? Imagine this is already the 20s of this support incidents of the hundreds email over 3 years. And again, you open this report with supplying this app name and app ID. Approximate date and time the error occurred, including time zone. By the way, it's the same as here. I don't know why this is tiered twice. And again, do they have a log of this? Do they have a log or not have a log? Do they run a secure and reliable, dependable web service? Or do I need to supply them the log information? Also, I don't understand. Test flight issues. Yeah, by the way, this is a pure template, right? Because test flight is iOS only, so they include here test flight information for a Mac OS app. It's amazing. It's amazing support. It's state of the art. It's honestly, we feel like we waited already long enough and provided all relevant information for Apple to finally take the support incident seriously. Like a year ago, right? As this is a bug in your App Store deployment server system, we demand an answer why our builds disappear. It is not our obligation or time to spend on this. After all, our apps paid Apple over $100,000 over the last years. Which, by the way, I'm not joking, 30%, you can calculate it yourself. If Apple wants us to further help and spend our time diagnosing the problem, we would have to issue an invoice our time at the rate of $100 per hour. Because nothing moving here, right? And I don't sit here even longer. I rather talk with you and make a YouTube video than making here bullshit screenshots for Apple. Nobody pays me for this shit. Thank you for your understanding and looking forward to finally a more explanatory and helpful email. My name is Guillaume. I'm a senior advisor for Apple Developer Program Support. Your case has been given to me for review, and although I'm sorry to learn that you have had an issue with your build uploads, I will be happy to have a look at this with you. Yeah, with me, obviously, as I need to make everything like screenshots for them. Really understand how important it is for you to have this issue solved as soon as possible. Yeah, like getting updates to our customers, right, who are waiting 2 months. As such, I will do my best to finally find a resolution with you. After looking at your case, I understand that although your build uploads are successful in Xcode, the builds in question disappear from AppStore Connect. Yes, amazing summary after a year or two. After processing, I hope you will accept my apologies for any inconvenience this has caused. Yes, apologies is what you get. And that's the only thing you get. I would like to forward your information to our engineering team. Like, I had thought so they had done this already multiple times, but whatever. So they can investigate on the source of the issue on our side. Before I do this, I would need an attachment of an .ipa file of your build, as well as a full screenshot of all build section under the activity tab of your app in AppStore Connect. Hey, an amazing screenshot, which is empty, not showing a build, which I already provided. But hey, that is high quality Apple support. If the IPA file is too heavy to send by email, feel free to provide it via your preferred file sharing service. Once I have this, I will forward the case to our engineers, which I thought they have done so already, but whatever. In the meantime, René, I am now your only point of contact on this case. Make sure to respond to this email or ring my direct landline. Not direct landline, direct line below. From the landline there, sorry. If you have a question, to be honest, I have not called them, but maybe I should call my dedicated App Store Connect genius now. I will be happy to help. Your case number with me is something. Please include it when contacting us, so I can help your case as efficient as possible. Yeah, very efficient, totally efficient, the most efficient. You see the amazing efficient. My reply, dear Guillaume, thank you for your reply. You ask for an .ipa, however, in this case of a Mac app, if I recall correctly, .ipa was for iOS only, unless it changed in latest Xcode versions recently. I would have an .app archive or just the .app, because you see they're amazing. Yeah, then in the meantime, they already wanted to hear from me how I review their amazing support. Amazing support. Hello René, this is Guillaume again. Thank you for your email. René, indeed, .ipa is not for macOS apps. Yeah, this is why he wrote this, right? Because they know what they are doing. As such, please provide the .app archive or a .app file. Kindly accept my apologies for the confusion. Let me know if you have questions. Your case number remains something. Please find attached the .app archive that should have been one of the last sent to the App Store for our ExactScan.app. If you need anything more, just let us know, because that is what we already used to here in the support department. Hello, thank you very much for providing this additional documentation. René, as agreed, I have forwarded your information to our engineering team so they can solve this issue. As such, as soon as I have an update, I will let you know. Feel free to let me know if you have questions. Your case number remains something. Hi, thank you so much. While I suspect your dev team might simply come back with use another Xcode version or SDK, I suggest using this chance in any case to make sure your App Store review system sends out a notification in any case of an unexpected error, so developers know what they are doing wrong. Hello René, thank you for your email and for your patience on this. René, indeed our engineers came back and suggest this might be linked to the tool you used to submit the build. It seems you were using the tool Transporter in its version 1.9.3. And if this is the case, note that this is an earlier version as indicated here. If needed, if indeed you are using this tool, please ensure to install the latest version and try to distribute the build again. If you do not use Transporter tool, please let me know what distribution tool you're using and make it sure it's the latest version, and make it is in its latest version. Really, like, no, the problem remains something. So this is interesting. In install your Transporter, I was not using Transporter. As I said, I am using application loader. Actually, we are using it scripted on the server because we're professionals. And we are using actually, I think it's A-load or something. So this is a public service announcement that you can apparently deliver apps from Windows, which I didn't know. So I thought it isn't possible. And also install Transporter will not be used for apps. So you see they write here Transporter, and here is install Transporter, but they write here for books, for videos, for music. So for Windows and Linux, I'm not sure if you can deliver apps with this, because they write here for books, for videos. So, and by the way, this is a bloody crappy Java application, so it's not amazing. And what do they have for Mac OS? Yeah, Mac OS is here, and then actually, so what is interesting is for Mac OS, they do not write here something about music and videos, and for Windows they write books, videos, music, and Linux they write here books, videos, music. So I'm not really sure. So for one thing is you can use the Linux version for something, but maybe not for apps, I don't know. In any case, my response, dear Julian, thank you so much for coming back to the issue. We are not using Transporter, but Apple's official application loader version 3.1, which is listed supported, built-in command line tool AL tool. Application loader, application loader, content framework, iTunes software services.framework version A, support, AL tool, upload app, blah blah blah. Thank you for pointing me to Transporter, as I see it even supports Linux. Yay! Maybe time to reinvent our build infrastructure. Smiley. I'm simply confused. I'm slightly confused why using Apple's officially listed application upload tool does not work, and they list 3.0 as supported. I'm slightly confused why. Yeah, so also the developers have also if your developers have any plan to fix the missing email web, you see, by the way, they always they never say, hey, we will fix something or whatsoever. So why a company, it's they want to grow in services. It's clearly they have bugs there, peak bugs, obviously, and they do not even, if this would be my company, I would take this support seriously of a developer, especially if you get relatively useful, straightforward stuff here like this, and fix the bloody processing stage there and the missing emails, because we don't get emails for this kind of unexpected error. And this will become slightly more hilarious, which is the only reason why I go through the pain of reading you all the emails and documents is here in full glory. Because you will see slightly amazing terms of events unfolding here in a second. Yeah, what's going on, and react based on that without days or weeks of trial and error. Hello René, thank you for your email and for your additional information. René, I understand that you do not use Transporter. I have another look at your app. I had another look at your app in our system. It now seems like you were able to import your builds successfully in AppStore Connect. Could you please confirm that the issue is resolved? Like, no, I did not, no idea what he's talking about. Also, thank you for your feedback regarding the status notification for the build upload. I can appreciate how important getting clear and timely, 50 emails later over 2 years, right? So I forwarded your comments to the dedicated team. Yeah, amazing dedicated team and departments that have done nothing so far, right? This will help us improve our process and resources. Yeah, resources like sending emails all over again, right? Thank you for your feedback. Renee, let me know if you have questions. Your case number with me remains the same. Yeah, then did I not... Actually, I thought, is the email missing? Okay, maybe I've not copied all emails in here. So what happened is that it looked like someone of them has imported. Maybe there was another email that I didn't comment from someone else who sent this, because what is here? Anyway, so I have not, I thought there was another email. Anyway, maybe it isn't this so much to copying them into a dedicated folder to try to not to disclose here all private internal Apple ID numbers. And so what happened here is that they somehow inserted this. So you see, it's not our Xcode, it's not our build, it's not something wrong with the binary executable, because somehow they have manually imported this to the build. Again, I thought I have an email for this. And let me know in the comments below if you find this support the most amazing experience ever. The problem is also, so they have imported the build, and then what I started with earlier, they rejected it with would like to access your contacts, which we don't. I went over this in the beginning of this video to make it here slightly more interesting. There you see how much bullshit and pain it is from A to Z, from one to the end, or no end. Stubborn answers here. Eventually, although they accused our app of accessing the contacts, which we don't, for no reason that we would have to, they eventually approved it. But neither is it solved that we can upload this. So nothing is solved. We can't still not upload it. It is only one update of we would have to update 4 apps, ExactScan, ExactScan Pro, OC Arcade and Recompress. We still don't have a process to send uploads unless we try to use Transporter instead of Application Loader, which may or may not work. I took a look already. The command line syntax of Transporter is different. And also, it looks like Application Loader is using this Transporter internally. So even in the old version of Application Loader, it is then internally calling Application Loader. And then what I also don't like is that you don't get emails. So for example, here I have, if as soon as I click here on release this version now, as you see, this is finally accepted now, but only one of our 4 apps, which now I need to go through the same pain and disappearing builds and rejected builds for all of our other apps for another 2 months time or something. For this new message from AppStore reviews regarding ExactScan, you don't get this information in here, and I really hate this from all the cloud stuff, not only Apple, but any. Why can they not include this text here? So if I'm on the go, I'm traveling, I'm in a meeting, I'm whatever, or even I'm busy at my desk here, I get an email, I do not know what is going on. I need to go to the website, log in, navigate to the app, click on the latest upload, click on Resolution Center, and I'm here. So I need to make 10 clicks or something instead of having this text here black on white in the email. Why can they not include this in the email? Also, you have no documentation. As soon as, this is why I also make the video now, if I want to release this app now, if I click on Developer Release to App Store button, then all this text will be gone and I will never be able to see this again, which is why I document this here on YouTube. So in the future, I can never copy and paste and quote this text, which might be why they do this, actually. But I'm really not happy with this workflow in web management stuff, not only at Apple, but also in other stuff, because If they change, so first of all, this text disappears. With accepting this, it disappears. With change of, even if it doesn't disappear, like in Google history, something of a document, eventually it will go away. Eventually they will delete all stuff. They might change the service and this disappears, and so on. And in an email, so what do I have in my email? I only have in my email rejected, new message, new message, new message, new message. Yeah, not amazing. Email archive. Leave me in the comments below how amazing you find this support experience, how amazing you find this behavior of this one of the most rich companies here on earth, a company that claims to be the most user-friendly, the most amazing, and not only can they not make keyboards, they can also not make web services. Although they want to grow on web services, they obviously, as I probably was able to document here, can't do it. So if you want to see all those details, yes, this was very dry. I only wanted to redocument this in full. And again, you have seen, I think there was another email which I very theoretically could probably, the problem is I'm still using AppStore. So the problem is, even if I search, which by the way, live on YouTube, I'm always risking to disclose here, Eurodev. I'm always on the risk, Eurodev doesn't even, at Apple, the Thunderbolt search, by the way, is not the most amazing. And yeah, as I thought. Anyway, this email was already, this video was already way too long, and all relevant stuff is said. And this is, yeah, as Dave says, this is why we do the live stream. I'm really sorry that this was so dry. I'm also sorry that the earlier live stream failed due to here amazing Mac Mini TG3 hiccups, because not even Ethernet works on Mac Minis. Sorry for streaming this twice, but that's what you get for being away for 10 days and forgetting that your TG3 is, and it also sucks. Dave says this is working with those large companies is always a pain here, and this is my point. This is why we don't want to have these huge companies, and why it is so dangerous that Apple has this monopoly on the App Store, which on iOS I totally don't support. And you might ask, why do we not put out of the App Store? Well, to be honest, we sell quite some percentage. We still sell directly, which we prefer, but there are some stubborn fanboys who desperately want the App Store. And if we would not have this in the App Store, we would sell less in the meantime. So we need to pay to maximize, or not to minimize the loss in sales and such. We need to stay in the App Store. Otherwise, we have a competitive disadvantage. And I only wanted to disclose here in detail. You also see this is already over 1 year old, although I made already 2 videos with some of the details. I wanted to disclose here all this, even so this, you see, even some of this stuff is already 1 month old. It's not like on the first day. So okay, I recorded the live phone call with Apple support, which was a similar hilarious that you probably want to watch for this. And in general, we need more small companies. Usually, in my opinion, in my experience, small, medium-sized companies usually do much more customer support, are much more flexible. I could tell a support story from ourselves here, from not even today, but recurringly from the last weeks, where we gave customer amazing support who are totally happy. Government, you did not pay this invoice yet. It's of course funny, we need to pay taxes on time, but if we sell something to the German government, of course they don't pay any time soon. Fun stuff. But of course they call each and every day for support, right? But this is why I share this here, for general impression and spreading the word how the situation at Apple really is. I'm not making this shit up when I say peak bugs and not amazing support and disappearing builds. And now I can spend even more time to try to get our other builds in the App Store, which I probably can only try with application loader. But then again, application what was it even, transporter I think, application loader support, iTunes Connect or something. Let's see, I was using application loader, AppStore Connect. Where is this here? Where is upload? Uploading a previews, uploading your app. distributing through the App Store, validating here. Anyway, Dave spent 4 days hunting down a bug in visualbasic.net in some other team's library, and when I sent them the fix, they want me to spend time rebasing my commits here. Archive, prefer for submission, test uploading, validating, verify target project, distribute using test flight, distribute outside the App Store, distributing enterprise, distribute listing computers, whatever. Anyway, this video is long enough. I hope you learned something. I probably need to make more interesting videos. I just really wanted to have this documented here because there you see why people, not only for failing keyboards but also for failing supports, and people, if the butterfly keyboard, of course not this one because this is amazing, but if your butterfly keyboard keyboard doesn't work, this is the kind of amazing support you're getting. You're pressing it wrong, you have pressed dust into it wrong. By the way, on the ISO conference only one person had a Mac with a butterfly keyboard, and he was actually jamming the keyboard quite a lot, similar to how I jam my mechanical keyboard here. I slightly wonder that his butterfly keyboard was not yet totally defect. But yeah, this is apparently how prominent people from the PDF ecosystem hammer around on their butterfly keyboards. I nearly wanted to ask him how many butterfly keyboards he already destroyed, but as it was a famous PDF person from sort of like companies like Adobe and such, I wanted to better not irritate our relationship with asking him about his butterfly keyboard and repair history. And yeah, this is the sad story here of the App Store. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe it. Please leave in the comments below if you had similar issues, what issues you had, if you think this is amazing support. Always hearing you. I hope you are doing well. I wish you a splendid weekend. I mean, not that something would work here, not that we would fix something, but at least we have sent it to the dedicated team and they may or may not get back to you. And otherwise, we love you very much too, or not. Anyway, I hope you love our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon for all the next more amazing videos to come.